All right, welcome back, guys. So, right now, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to share my screen with you, and we are going to be talking about the lab safety contract. Okay. So, what you need to understand is I realize that right now you're not going to be in lab. So, a lot of this does not apply to you. However, anything that I show you, like demos or anything like that, I show you outside of school, and you try to do that on your own, which you're not supposed to do. This protects us in a way because we're showing you the stuff, but you also have to follow safety rules. If and when you ever decide to come back sometime, either first semester or second semester, um, by us going over this contract with you, we are also covered legally. So this is a legal binding document that we have to fill out as chemistry teachers. So all the face-to-face students will have to have this signed, and we're also going to require all the digital kids to have this signed as well. Okay, and that just allows us the opportunity to be, protected because you guys have been informed and read the safety rules pertaining to our lab. Okay, now we are a very hands-on class in terms of chemicals. We deal with hazardous chemicals and different things like that. We will show you demonstrations that we are doing in class, but remember, we are trained professionals. So in no way are you ever to try any of this stuff at home without permission. Okay, so goggles are always to be worn in the lab at all times. Okay, now we have several safety devices in the classroom. I'm not going to show you that right now, but we have a fire blanket, excuse me, a fire extinguisher. We have a safety shower, an eye wash machine, a fume hood, and we have safety exits. Okay, now if you were to come into lab, you cannot wear flip-flops or baggy clothing, and long hair must be pulled back to ensure that you don't light your hair on fire. Okay. We do have lab aprons if you need it. Okay. No horseplay or practical jokes in the lab. Cell phones are not allowed unless given permission. When entering the room, do not touch any equipment or chemicals other than materials in the lab area. Never work alone in the laboratory. Okay, big thing is when people try to remove chemicals. That's a no-no. That's actually a federal offense. You cannot remove chemicals from our lab. All right. You will read all chemical labels carefully, and you can follow these rules at home too. When you're cleaning or stuff like that, you always want to make sure anytime you're dealing with chemicals that you read the labels carefully before doing anything. And please never taste chemicals. Didn't know if you knew this or not, but if you're cleaning your house and you're using chemicals, if you're chewing gum while you're doing that, just be careful because the fumes from the cleaners that you're using can evaporate into the gum, and then you're actually swallowing the chemical because some of these chemicals that are vapors, the vapors will actually go into whatever you're eating, and then sometimes the gum it'll bond to the gum, and then you'll have some other issues. Um, Keep your hands away from your face, eyes, mouth, and body. You should know this by now after COVID. Don't touch your face or your mouth, okay? And before you wash first, okay? Let's see. If ever you're trying to smell a chemical, bad thing is to take the chemical and smell it directly. You always want to hold the chemical like this and waft, okay? Waft it to your face because you don't want to put your nose in any chemicals. Um, Always work in a well-ventilated area, okay? No unauthorized experiments are to be performed, all right? Don't unauthorize your own experiments when you see stuff from what we're demonstrating in lab, okay? Don't ever handle broken glassware. Always use a dustpan to do that, okay? Bunsen burners, be sure to turn them off when you're finished working. All right, you won't deal with that right now, but if you do come back to lab, it's very important that you don't leave a Bunsen burner lit. All right. So never put hot glassware in cold water. You can also apply that at home if you're heating a glass piece of equipment, or not equipment, but a bowl at your house or something. Don't put it in cold water right away or it will shatter. Okay. Don't ever dispense flammable liquids anywhere near an open flame. So all my campfire people, if you guys are out at a campfire, don't pour gasoline on a fire. That is so dangerous. It'll blow up back in your face because the vapors will actually ignite before the liquid. And when you open a gasoline can or anything like that, what happens is the vapors are at the top of the surface. So therefore, those are what are coming out first, and those what will ignite first. Okay. Please don't have wet hands when touching electrical switches. Okay. Please always report an accident immediately. And if your chemical splashes in your eyes or on your skin, immediately flush with running water from the eye wash station or safety shower for at least 20 minutes. That's important. Anytime you get a chemical in your face, you wash your face for your eyes for 20 minutes and your face, okay? All right? That is it. So make sure you sign the safety contract saying that Miss Ursary read this safety contract to you. Okay? All right, guys, thank you very much. And I'll be seeing you soon.